everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a dangerous team. The Eagles are top 10 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Lions team looking to avoid a costly mistake.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
It's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit him over the top.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Used to have a coach who tells us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Detroit.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to maneuver. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And they give this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green. Detroit.
Now back to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Third down, still 14 yards left.
Let's go. What?
And he's got room. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it, right? And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go. Green. Detroit. Set.
He'll drop to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go. Grand 38.
And an alley to run. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone. Didn't quite get there. Just short out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone. And the guy who was carrying the ball, a little frustrated. He didn't make it all the
Here we
way.
go now. Green 39. Green.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he is going to field that one. Knocked down hard at the 23. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And this one is right through. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards that time and a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run a draw here on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Shift together here from the D-line.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And the lead is down to 24. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Eagles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. the spin. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. A handoff as they run the counter play. And look out, I think he's going to go. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Watch it now. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
And now here's a carry heading left. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. Mac Hollins, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
A very solid gain of 27. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. In motion is Grant. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This from 44 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
All right, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. A big hit. Knocked down sideways right there around the 35-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Come on now. Let's go.
They run the counter now on 1st down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
In motion is Grant.
3-on-3. Motion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.